folks, this is a sort of a jumbo shaped guitar, probably qualifies as a jumbo. Seems to have the correct dimensions to be such, in what is a sort of photo flame, I imagine, finish, or it might have a book matched maple veneer on the top. And this is made by Brunswick. Now, I have had Brunswick guitars on this channel before, but nothing like this. This is the Rodeo series, Brunswick, with this sort of sunbursty tobacco burst finish on the front and back. You can see it's got some dings and marks on the guitar as well. It's well weathered, but in very good shape, and came together nicely as far as the action and the sound go, with some new strings. And this is made in China, of course, and Brunswick you find a lot of on Amazon, on eBay, probably in most used markets in your area. You'll come across these guitars, and I found them to be sort of hit and miss. This one I'd say is more of a hit. It's not my favorite sort of materials for a top of a guitar. I always find that these sort of hardwood veneered tops maybe don't have the depth of sound that a spruce or a cedar top has, or even a mahogany top. But this one actually sounds good. Maybe it's the depth, the dimensions of the jumbo shape that give it that depth. But it doesn't sound, nasally or tinny like a lot of guitars I've seen with these types of tops and finishes. It appears to have a rosewood fretboard and bridge. There's a look at the headstock there. Very interesting logo. Almost looks amateur, doesn't it? The way it sort of almost bleeds off the sides of the headstock there. But it is a cheap production guitar. It's not a high-end guitar. Normative keys on that, probably original, I would imagine. Pearloid fret markers, white binding. It's a pretty little guitar actually, and like I said, I've had Brunswicks in the past that I thought were rather, sort of average or even below average, and I've had others that turn out to be quite decent in the way they set up and sound. This one is one of the nicer ones that I've had come across my desk. It's got a pleasing sound to it, and it plays pretty well. If you like these big-bodied guitars, that is, not for everyone. It's a bit more like a regular jumbo than the mini jumbo I had a week ago. But the dimensions are more in keeping with a jumbo guitar, although it might be a bit smaller as far as the bottom bout goes than some jumbos that you'll find. I'm thinking of Guilds, Alvarez, and those types of guitars. Nice binding all the way throughout, even the neck is bound. Yeah, not much more to say about this. This is one of those brands that there always seems to be a plethora of when you do eBay searches. There's always quite a lot of Brunswicks in the low end of the used market. And I found that to be true both in the US, where I used to live, and here in the UK. They seem to be quite readily available worldwide. I would imagine that's probably true of places like Australia as well. So if sunburst is your thing, and you like sort of this flamey finish, this is a viable guitar. If you can pick one of these up and do the setup yourself, you might get a reasonable guitar out of it. Although I will say also, be prepared to get not so reasonable guitar. These are a bit of a gamble as far as I'm concerned, but you can usually pick them up. Maybe not this one because it is slightly special, but the bog standard ones I see going for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 quid online. So you can pick one up fairly cheap and set it up, and you may or may not get a pretty good little guitar to bang around with. But there you go. This is the Brunswick Rodeo series. There is a model number on here, but I don't have my glasses with me. It's one of those really long ones, like BMT 130S. CB, maybe? Something like that. Anyway, there you go, folks, rather. There's more than one of you out there. A nice tobacco sunburst Brunswick Rodeo series jumbo acoustic guitar. Probably again, I would imagine, maybe 80s, 90s. Maybe this one's a bit younger than some of the other ones I've been getting. Just because this sort of finish you don't get so much of. Not the sunburst, but the flame veneer. You don't see so much of that in guitars in the 70s and before. You see some, but it wasn't a wide production value at that time. But yeah, I thought I'd show this one to you. I've had quite a few that I haven't shown because they're not really that special, and we've seen a lot of things like it, but this one is unique enough to show you on this channel. Alright folks, let me know if you've come across these, what kind of luck you've had with them, and hopefully we can get another good conversation started in the comments. Alright folks, see you on the next one.